Hello, I'm Timothy Joseph. I'm a fishery biologist and I'm chairman of the Watts Bar Ecology and Fishery Council. In this short video, I am going to explain to you why it is absolutely essential that the lock at the Watts Bar Dam be closed immediately if we are to protect the 4 lakes in the upper Tennessee River Basin. As most of you know, the silver carp are one of the most destructive invasive species in the United States. When they are startled, these fish jump as high as 10 feet. They can weigh more than 50 pounds and have broken jaws, fractured skulls, and knock children out of boats. They could easily break a child's neck. They quickly take over a lake, outcompeting all other fish species. For a single adult carp can lay up to 5 million eggs. They have taken over the Mississippi and Ohio and most of the Tennessee River ecosystems. The Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency press release of January 11th in 2020 shows the fish are now in Chickamauga Lake. Above Chickamauga are Watts Bar, Milton Hill, Fort Loudon, and Tellico Lakes, the only carp-free reservoirs remaining on the Tennessee River Basin. One only has to look at Kentucky and Barkley Lakes at the land between the lakes to know what will happen to our 4 lakes if the carp are not stopped. Sports fishing is gone. Tourism has plummeted. Boating recreation represents a serious danger to adults and children, and the economic loss has exceeded $1.2 billion. If they are not stopped now, the economic loss to the remaining 4 lakes will be over $1 billion annually. There is only one way to prevent this ecological and economic devastation. Because the fish are now in Chickamauga Lake, the lock at the Watts Bar Dam must be closed immediately. It can be reopened when a barrier is in place. The Upper St. Anthony Lock in Minnesota was permanently closed in 2015 for this very reason, to stop the silver carp. This will only mean a temporary economic switch between barge and rail traffic. There are over 50 electric barriers today in the United States and more are being built. It is important to understand that a person would not be electrocuted if they fell into the water. People have swum through these electric barriers. Michigan and Illinois are building such a barrier at the Joliet Lock in Illinois to prevent the silver carp from entering the Great Lakes. If you are a state or federal legislature or agency, know that you have a responsibility to save our lakes. If you do, your legacy will be protecting 4 beautiful lakes in the upper Tennessee River Basin. But if you do not help us close Watts Bar Lake immediately, Watts Bar, Milton Hill, Fort Loudon, and Tellico Lakes will be destroyed. That's absolutely assured. If you don't, you will condemn our lakes to the same economic and environmental devastation that has occurred to the north. Please help us close Watts Bar Lock immediately. It is the only option that remains. Thank you for listening.